name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading for Leo. It's designed to see as to what you need to be focusing on in May. This is an overview for May. May is going to be quite a dynamic month. Almost all of the planets will now be moving forwards, or at least not moving backwards. The only exception to that really is Pluto. Pluto kind of makes you look at your shadow side, but it's something that happens every year, so don't be too concerned about it. May's a time to reflect, and whereas previously the year so far has been about sort of reflecting but holding your ground, this time May is very much about action and about putting in place those plans and those ideas which will make you more aligned to what your authentic self is. And it's also a time which will make you think as to what your authentic self actually is. So we're going to take some cards. I only take cards that jump out at me, and I only tend to read, I don't tend to read reversals. We're going to find out what's holding you back, Leo, what you can do about it, what you can't do about it, and potential outcome. So the underlying energy that we have is the Six of Wands. And a few more cards jumped out here than we need. So we start with a card as to what you need to be focusing on. Then we have what's holding you back. It's been really hot where I do my tarot readings recently, so a lot of the cards, these cards have gone a little bit bendy, so it makes them really hard to sit on my table. The top card is what's holding you back. No, it's not. That's what's holding you back. This is what you can do about it. This is what you can't do about it. In fact, I'll move those like that. And that's the potential outcome. So the underlying energy that we have, Leo, is the Six of Wands for May. The Six of Wands, as may be quite appropriate for May and the astrology that we've had so far this year, the Six of Wands is about the end of a battle. It might also be you being recognised for all of your hard work. It's a really beautiful card. It's a celebration of you. Now, the card which shows what you need to focus on is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is about emotions or communication. Communication has been difficult because Mercury was in retrograde until the middle of last month, and some of us may still be feeling the effects of that anyway. So the Knight of Swords is somebody who brings in communication, or it might be that you have the feeling that there are truths around you that you perhaps aren't seeing or appreciating, or just that you aren't believing them. Now, what's holding you back from seeing what those truths are, or what those communications are that you should be working on, and that will be giving you this feeling that this battle has come to an end, and that you will be able to celebrate something. What's holding you back is the Queen of Pentacles. I kind of feel, Leo, as though this is your pride that's holding you back. The Queen can be somebody specific, but I think that this is you. I think that this could potentially be a professional situation, that this is, as I said at the start, this can be a community, a group, a business celebration, that you're being recognised for the work that you're doing professionally, and without being able to sort of fly high above the clouds of confusion or hearsay or Chinese whispers, until you can fly above all of that, you're not going to get this position of this end of a battle and this culmination and celebration. And I think you're holding on to something. This is pride that is you're feeling as though you don't want to open up a can of worms, Leo. That you're happy as you are, you're happy in the job that you're in or the business that you have, and you are content. And it's almost like you don't want to take the risk that this Knight of Swords is offering you. Now, what you can do about the situation is the Ace of Wands. And understand that there is a beautiful opportunity here for you to get this celebration or this end of a battle, the culmination of the hard work that you've been putting in. Because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody whose works very hard, is well recognised and celebrated, but is not a risk taker. And I feel here that you have to see truths for what they are and face up to reality and take a controlled, educated risk, because you have to see that there are these opportunities. This wand here, it's got, I want to say it's got honey sort of, it's almost like it's a honey tree, that these beautiful bumblebees are all buzzing around it. These are ideas that you have. And there's sort of globules, that's a kind of unpleasant word for something so beautiful. That there is this sort of honey, if I want to say, if you sort of twisted this opportunity that you have, that honey will ooze out of it. This beautiful opportunity will ooze out of it, Leo, for you. But you have to see that. If you don't see that, you're not going to want to take the risk. You're still just going to be sat here going, oh, look at me, I've done all right for myself. Here's me with my pentacle. And you're not going to push the boat out, which is what you need to do. Now, what you can't control is the Hanged Man. So far, this is the only major arcana card that we have. The Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective. And I think, Leo, that you're very much a realist. And it's very difficult for you to not see what might happen if this situation doesn't come off, if this opportunity doesn't happen. Now, that isn't a bad thing, but it makes you risk averse. You are very much the Queen of Pentacles, this sort of steady Eddie, and you can, you know, you've got to where you are now, Leo, because you can see things that might happen should you take a risk. And that's great, but tempered with that, sometimes you have to just push the boat out a little bit. And this is what universe is saying to you, Leo, that you should be doing in May. Now, the possible outcome is the Five of Swords. You are going to win here, but you might find that people around you maybe aren't so happy that you are getting what you want and what you deserve. Because this is about, it's not about conflict, but it's about having to work to prove yourself. That whatever this truth is, maybe is going to put some people's noses out. But you have to look after yourself here. You're not being selfish. You're not purposely pressing people's buttons. You're not purposely upsetting people or treading on anybody's toes. What you are doing is that perhaps people have seen you as this non-risk taker. And there are people around you who, now that you are stepping out of this position of comfort, that people are going to try and talk you out of it. Now, don't let them. This all has to be a calculated risk, obviously. And you're very good at doing that, Leo, because that's why we have this Hanged Man card here. But the underlying energy is the Six of Wands, and it is about celebration. You have this opportunity here yeah, some people maybe aren't going to be overly impressed, but at the end of the day, well, would you rather be hanging around, or would you rather be this Six of Wands person? The end of a journey, the end of a battle, recognition for you at last that by stepping up and facing these truths and these communications that are coming in and seeing the opportunities that it will give you, it's going to make you really happy. Leo, I hope that's been useful. If it has, I would love it if you would leave me a comment to let me know how that resonated. If it didn't resonate, then find out what your moon and your rising sign is. If you were born at night, then sometimes your moon sign actually resonates more with you than your sun sign does. Hopefully Meg, my rescue bulldog, has not been too much of a distraction while she's been snoring in the sun on the sofa next to me. And I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. I only do gentle tarot, and I look forward to seeing you again, Leo. You take care and enjoy May. Thanks, bye.